everyone. Myself Sheikh Ismail Ali Basha, Department of Botany. Today discuss about third semester Unit 5 Basics of Biodiversity. The biodiversity basic concept. The word biodiversity was first referred to as biological diversity by the wildlife scientist and conservationist called Dasman. Is a book he authored titled A Different Kind of Country, which campaigned for the conservation of nature's resource. The term biodiversity was first used by Rosen while he was planning the 1986 National Forum on Biological Diversity organized by the National Research Council NRC as noted by Dasman in 1968. Although the framing and coining of the two words biological and diversity into biodiversity are credited to Rosen by Dasman, those sciences for the environment policy assign it to Wilson. The Convention on Biological. The United Nations Convention on Biological Diversity, informally known as the Biodiversity Conservation, is a multilateral treaty opened for signature at the Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro in 1992. It is a key document regarding sustainable development. It comes under the United Nations Environment Programme. In 196 countries are a party to the CBD. India is also party to the convention. India ratified it in 1994. The Biological Diversity Act 2002 was enacted for the giving effect to the provision of the convention. To implement the provision of the act, the government established the National Biodiversity Authority in 2003. The NBA is statutory body. The convention is legally binding on its signatories. The Conference of Parties is the governing body of the convention. It consists of the government that have ratified the treaty. It is Secretariat is in Montreal, Canada. Only two member states of the United Nations are the parties to the CBD, namely the USA and Vatican. In 1992 Earth Summit, two landmarks binding the agreement were signed, one of them being the UNCBD, the other one was the Convention on Climate Change. More than 150 countries signed the document at the summit, and since then over 175 nations have ratified the agreement. The Earth Summit 1992, the Rio Summit 1992 also called the Earth Summit. This summit led to the development of the following documents. Rio Declaration on Environment and Development Agenda 21, Forest Principles. The first document called the Rio Declaration is short. Contained 27 principles that were supposed to guide countries in future sustainable development. Agenda 21 is an action plan concerning sustainable development, but is non-binding. The forest principle are formally called non-legally binding authoritative statement of the principles for the global consensus on the management, the conservation and sustainable development of all type of forest. It makes many recommendations for the conservation and sustainable development forestry and in non-binding. The values of biodiversity. Biodiversity is the most precious gift of the nature mankind is blessed with. As all the organisms in an ecosystem are the interlinked and interdependent, the value of biodiversity in life of all the organisms including humans is enormous. The major values of biodiversity are follows: the environmental value, social value, ecosystem services, economic value, conservative use value, productive use value, ethical and moral value, aesthetic value. Types of biodiversity. There are following three types of biodiversity: genetic biodiversity, species diversity, ecological biodiversity. The species diversity refers to the variety of different types of species found in particular area. It is a biodiversity at the most basic level. It includes all the species ranging from plants to different microorganisms. Now, two individuals of the same species are exactly similar. For example, humans shows a lot of diversity among themselves. The genetic diversity, it refers to the variation among the genetic resources of the organisms. Every individuals of particular species differ from each other in their genetic constitution. That is the way every human looks different from each other. Similarly, there are different varieties in the same species of rice, wheat, maize, barley, etc. Ecological diversity. An ecosystem is a collection of living and non-living organisms and their interaction with each other. Ecological biodiversity refers to the variation in the plant and animal species living together and connected by the food chains and food webs. It is the diversity observed among the different ecosystem in a region. Diversity in different ecosystem like a deserts, rainforest, mangroves, etc. include ecological diversity. Threats to biodiversity. 5 major threats to biodiversity. Changes in the climate. Long-term changes in the temperature and weather patterns are referred to as a climate change. The second one, changes in habitat. Natural occurrences such as a drought, illness, fires, hurricanes, mudslides, volcanoes, earthquakes, small changes in seasonal temperature or precipitation, etc. can cause habitat alteration. The pollution and nutrient loading. When too many nutrients, primarily nitrogen and phosphorus, are added to water bodies, they can function as a fertilizers and encourage the excessive amount of algae growth. The alien invasive species. The alien species invasion is the decline or extinction of the native species throughout about the deliberate or accidental introduction of the alien species. Over-exploitation. When renewable resources harvested to the point of the diminishing returns, it is referred to as over-exploitation. Over-exploitation that continues could eventually cause the resource to disappear. The biodiversity hotspot in India. There are 4 biodiversity hotspots in India: Himalaya, Indo-Burma, Western Ghats, Sundarland. The Himalayas, all of the world mountain peaks higher than 8,000 meters, include Mount Everest, 8849 meters, are found within the Himalaya hotspots, which spans more than 3,000 kilometers across northern Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan and the northwest and northeastern states of India. It also has several of the deepest river gorges in the world. Indo-Burma. The Indo-Burma hotspot is the largest of the world. 36 recognized hotspots covering a total area of 237,300 km square. The Indo-Burma hotspot formerly encompassed part of the northeastern India, Bangladesh and Malaysia. Western Ghats. The Western Ghats, sometimes referred to as a Seshadri hills locally, are made up of a Malabar plains and a group of mountains that extend 30 to 50 kilometers inland and parallel to Indian western coast, with just the 30 kilometers Palakkad gap in between. They span 1600 kilometers from the southernmost point of the nation to Gujarat to north, covering area of the over 1,60,000 kilometers per square. Sundarland. The Sundarland hotspot include the western half of the Indo-Malayan archipelago, which is made up of about 7,000 equatorial islands. Borneo, 725,300 km square, and Sumatra are 2 of the largest islands in the world, 427,300 km square. Biodiversity in northeastern Himalayas and western Ghats. The eastern Himalayas regions encompasses Bhutan, northeastern India, the southern, central and eastern Nepal. Sitting at the junction between the Asia and the Indian subcontinent, the region is geologically young and characterized by extreme altitudinal variations, which contributes to its rich biological diversity. The area is one of the world's 10 hotspot biodiversity hotspots. It has over 7,402 species of flowering plants, 1,814 species of non-flowering plants, 139 mammal species, 508 bird species, 227 reptile species, 179 amphibian species, 290 freshwater fish species and 6,000 insect species. The conservation principles. The conservation principles guidance set out a best practice conservation framework for all aspects of decision making affecting our historic environment. Part 1. Conservation principles guidance for the sustainable management of the historic environment in Northern Ireland. The sets out 6 key guiding conservation principles. Principle 1. The historic environment is of a value to us all. Principle 2. Everyone should be able to participate in its sustaining the historic environment. Principle 3. Understanding the significance of heritage asset is vital. Principle 4. Heritage assets shall be managed to sustain their significance. Principle 5. Decision about change shall be responsible, transparent and constant. Principle 6. Documenting and learning from decision is essential. It also explains how significance is central to conservation, how to assess it and use it as tool to manage change. Part 2. Applying the conservation principles guidance for the sustainable management of the historic environment in Northern Ireland set out the different types of changes impacting the heritage asset. It explains how the conservation principles can guide decision making for each change to achieve the best conservation outcomes. The IUCN red categories. The IUCN red list provide taxonomic data, conservation status and distribution information on species that are facing the high risk of the global extinction. Objective of IUCN, the International Union for Conservation of Nature, works to achieve the following goals: to provide scientific data on the status of species and subspecies at the global level, to address the factors of concern and spread awareness regarding the species and biodiversity extinction, to plan a layout for the conservation of biodiversity. The IUCN Red List provides the accurate data on the status of different species on the earth. This information is used by various departments, institutes and organizations. The users of the IUCN Red List are given below: government agencies at a national and international, wildlife organization and departments, conservation related NGOs, natural resource planners, educational organizations, zoos and aquariums, media, business communities. The Red Data Book. The Red Data Book is a public document that is created for the recording endangered and rare species of plants, animals, fungi, as well as some local subspecies that are present in the particular region. The Red Data Book helps us in providing complete information for research, studies and also for monitoring the program on rare and endangered species and their habitats. This book is mainly created to identify and protect those species which are on the verge of extinction. The National Bureau of Plant Genetic Resource (NBPZR). The National Bureau of Plant Genetic Resource (NBPZR) has its headquarters of New Delhi, located at altitude of 28 degrees 35 primes north and longitude of 70 degrees 18 prime east and altitude of 226 meters above the mean sea level. The Bureau draws guidelines from the Crop Science Division of ICR, Institute Management Committee, Research Advisory Committee, Institute Research Council and Germplasm Advisory Committee. The Bureau has 4 divisions, 2 units, 4 cells and an experimental farm. It is the headquarters in New Delhi and 10 regional stations located in a different phytogeographical zone of the country. Besides, a national research center on DNA fingerprinting and All India Coordinate Research Network project on underutilized crops are located in the Bureau. The Plant Exploration and Germplasm Collection Division has the object to plan, coordinate and conduct the exploration for the collecting germplasm. The Germplasm Evaluation Division is the entrusted with the prime responsibility of characterization and evaluation of all the endogenous and exotic germplasm collection for their field performance and other important traits like resistance to the biotic abiotic stresses and phytochemical attributes along with the maintenance and regeneration. The division has the experimental farm at Issapur of about 45 km from the main campus covering area of the 40 hectares. The Germplasm Conservation Division is visited with the task of conservation of germplasm of various crop plants and to undertake basic research on various aspects of seed storage and longevity. The Plant Quarantine Division has the power of visited by Plant Protection Advisor to the Government of India under the Plant Quarantine, the regulation of import into India, Order to 2003 of the Destructive Insects and Pest Act to carry out the quarantine of the plant germplasm, including transgenic imported for research purpose. NBA, National Biodiversity Authority. The NBA was established by the Central Government of India in 2003, implemented by Biodiversity Act 2002. It is a statutory body that performs the facilitative, regulative and advisory function for the Government of India, the issues of the conservation and sustainable use of 8 biological resources. The NBA has its headquarters in Tamil Nadu, India. The delivers its mandate through the structure that comprises of NBA, SBBS, State Biodiversity Boards, BMCS, Biodiversity Management Committees and ECS Expert Committees. The main function of NBA, it means mainly to promote the conservation and helps the sustainable use of biodiversity by creating sustainable environment. It advises the central government and issues guidelines for access to biological resources and also facilitates fair and equitable sharing as per the Biodiversity Act 2002. It takes all necessary measures to oppose the grant of intellectual property rights in any country outside India relating to India biological resource. It advises state government in the selection of prominent valuable area of biodiversity in their states and also suggest measures for their management. These sites are notified the heritage sites.